Hello there, and welcome to week 3 in
Three.
review.
Yes, very
With
good.
Kevin, Heath,
Welcome.
Matthew, Dickey.
Hey, you look like you got some sun. Like maybe you were sitting out in the sun last Sunday.
I was, and I thought I was so stinking scary smart that not only was I thinking, don't forget sunscreen, I also looked, and Levi Stadium has free sunscreen at these different spots. So I wrote them down in my phone so I wouldn't forget it. But what happened? I got there, a little drinky. All of a sudden I'm in this dance. I'm like, God, my face is hot. I'm like, I forgot the sunscreen. It's the third quarter already. I'm like, it's really here, so I'm going to burn.
Well, did you have a good time?
Much like our trip to Spa. Yeah, it was awesome. Again, if somebody asked me, oh, but your team lost, isn't that a bummer? Yes, that's a bummer. But you know what I learned from the last trip when my team lost at San Francisco again, unfortunately, which was you can't go to a game expecting to win. You got to go there. The goal is you go and support your team. If they win, that's the cherry on top. But if they lose, you're there to support them, and that's what you do. So went in with that attitude, and man, there were Steeler fans everywhere. I'm walking through the parking lot. Somebody's all Steelers. Hits me on the back. Grab a beer, dude. Awesome. Grabbed the beer right out of there. Went and tailgated with my brother-in-law for a little while. He was going in, and then we all came in together. Then I split off and went to my seats, which were not as good as his, let's just say. He had them very low to the ground. I was higher. But there's a really cool deck behind one of the end zones where the biggest screen in the stadium is. And on that deck, you can see right down to the field. They got the beer over here. They got the food over here. And then my seats were like right up there. So it was like perfect. Everything I needed. So, and you know me, I'm chatting up every Steelers fan. I met people from Belgium, from Canada,
shocker.
all these Steeler fans. It was awesome. Lots of black and gold.
All right. Should we get going? I think we lost half of them already.
I'm sure they're already tuning out. They're already clicking off to the next video. All right. So let's get in the week in review. Let me share out.
Let's do it.
Here's the PowerPoint. And when I'm sharing the PowerPoint, I will make it in the presentation mode. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Okay, are we good?
Hey, it looks good. Now, are these pictures all from the weeks where you grab them?
Yes, I go to painstaking trouble every week to get these stupid photos.
I just
blow by, but I try to get pictures from every week from some of the big scores, obviously Zeke and Kamara and Wilson. I put the Bengals up there just because Todd loves that redheaded dude so much. So it was all just in good fun. All right, so let's go to week 1 and the great Cornholio versus Camp Crusty.
I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I take down the mighty, great Cornholio, Camp Crusty 141 to Great Cornholio's 118. Klein, worst to first in my division.
And you won with Derek Carr quarterback. That's amazing, dude. I think a lot of your credit obviously has to go to Christian McCaffrey and the backup to Cam. Who knew he'd do that well? Thankfully, Christian McCaffrey's come back to life with that one. He's not quite dead. DJ Moore had a nice day again for Carolina, another 15 points. Miles Sanders with a nice 14. Even though he tried to get his head taken off in the middle of the game, somebody grabbed his face mask and literally turned his head like 3/4.
I saw that.
And there was no penalty. No penalty. They missed that. They get on here, they missed somehow the guy's head getting yanked off. And your Bills defense succeeds, so very nice. On the other hand, Aaron Rodgers underperformed as for what he's projected. Obviously, he only got 15 points. And the rest of his team kind of underperformed. Julio Jones showed up. Julian Edelman did, but the rest of his team, not this week. Vance McDonald, like 2 with that ridiculous plays in Pittsburgh. But he had a rough week. But, hey, all that matters is you beat the guy in front of you. You came out big over him with 141 to 118. Next week.
I needed it. Okay.
Yes,
next
no more winless.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. You sent me a text about the 3 or so dominators in this league, all females, I might add. Hashtag time's up. They're taking over.
Exactly. Hashtag Me Too's got to finish because I'm sick of being housed by all these ladies. Here's one of them.
All right. So Mama, who's still undefeated at 3-0, 184 versus Mac B, your daddy, very respectable, but not enough, 142.
Yeah. Again, Clemens has a decent score, but not enough to beat the juggernaut that was my mother this weekend. Russell Wilson in the losing effort against New Orleans, 48 points. That is huge, man. He carried the team. Philip Lindsay came to play today against Green Bay, 29 points. You kidding me? Evan Ingram, that guy has been the tight end so far. I haven't looked him up, but I guarantee he's got to be top 3 or 5 right now. 27 points. That's huge. Big day for Mama. Even if she had some underperformers like Calvin Ridley, only 1.6, I'm sure she's thinking, oh, that's not going to do me any good. And even David Johnson on that horrible Arizona team did 18 points. Whereas Mr. Clemens, Jimmy G couldn't muster even 10 points against the Steelers. He had a rough day. We had a good pass rush on him for most of it. Second half, not so much, but they just ran the ball. Le'Veon Bell, poor Le'Veon playing for the Jets, man. I think he's learning very quickly that the line in New York is not the line that he had in Pittsburgh, and things are a little bit different there. Brandon Cooks with a great day for him for 22. Frank Olsen, 25, very nice. But again, like you said, not enough. Respectable score, but not enough to beat Mrs. 3-0. Next up.
Yep. Next up, we've got Space Herpes taking down the Gentlemen Four Quarterlies in a pretty tight game. 11-point difference. No. 9-point difference. Space Herpes, 152 to Gentlemen Four Quarterlies, 143, give or take. So.
Yep, and this is foreshadowing to the end of our broadcast. But I texted with your sister yesterday, and she was like, "Man, you know, I get in these games and I keep thinking, hey, I'm doing okay, I might win this, and then every time I lose, I'm like, I know the feeling, trust me." So, believe me, you are not alone, Terry. So, Terry starts off great. Tom Brady against the hapless Jets, 22, very nice. 16 from Chris Carson, 13 from Randall Cobb, that was nice. But again, not a huge. 20 from T.Y. Hilton, 26 from Tom Brady. I got to stop looking at the projected ones. I got to highlight these. I told you that last week, and I still haven't done it. That's bad on me. 17 for DJ Shark. DJ Shark. Nice job on that one. We go to Mr. Space Herpes. 19 for Kyler Murray. 35 for Cooper Kupp. That's why his picture was on there. I knew he had a good week. Michael Thomas was 16. 23 with the Pats defense. I think anybody playing the Jets or Miami right now, your defense is looking pretty good against those two teams. So, good job, Mr. Space Herpes, with the win. Tough loss for Terry, but it's not like you lost by a ton. You're still in it. I'm guaranteeing you this week is your week. Next up.
Next up, we've got the game of the week. Matthew puts up a very respectable 178. Would have taken down all but Braille and the team he played. Malibu Stacy's roll up 190.4 on Mr. Dickey to give him his second loss of the season. She also remains at 3-0.
Yeah, another part of the Me Too movement. This was a gut punch. Stupid Keenan Allen. Did you have to hog the entire San Diego offense? 45 points? Are you kidding me? It's ridiculous. Alvin Kamara, you were supposed to have a down week. You don't even have your quarterback. 37? That's just disrespectful. You just took my face and put it in the dirt. Dak Prescott. Those stupid Cowboys keep rolling. Please give them an opponent that can beat them. I'm tired of these Dallas people getting so cocky. So, nice win, Don. I had a great day, but it didn't matter because, like you said, it's all who I played. And so, Kenny Galladay, you're in the woodshed, buddy. We're going to have a long talk about that 3.7. That didn't do anything to help me out. Next game.
Okay, next game. We've got a super-duper close one, but the Wild Poopers sneak it out, 177.6 to the Shit Show's very strong 171.1. The Wild Poopers and Cat as the third team led by a female, the only teams that are still undefeated. Impressive.
Very impressive. Matt Ryan in another garbage game, 29 points. Dalvin Cook, that seems to be the running back of the year so far, 26 points. He is just rolling. Adam Thielen with a respectable 20. 24 for the Bears defense against the hapless Washington Redskins. At home, Washington. That was disgraceful. On the other side, again, it's not your score, it's who you play, right? Show would have beaten most teams out there with 170. Lamar Jackson, another good 21 in that loss. 26 for Amari Cooper, 29 for Darren Waller. Great tight end right now. Mark Ingram, 3 touchdowns, 37 points. Huge day, but he loses. So, but you better get used to losing because somebody else is going to play him this week that's going to win.
Okay, next up, we've got the punishment due, who I'm very happy for, actually, because he needed a win. He got the win, scored 124 against the Lisi Stratas, 116. Very close, but he pulled it out.
Yep, another one. Gamble with old Josh Allen at quarterback. That was awesome with 19. Rex Burkhead gets some 18. 19 from Juju Smith with that sweet touchdown. One of the great moments, one of the few great moments of the Pittsburgh game. It was awesome to watch develop. I was standing up waving my terrible towel, making the Niner fans behind me upset, but much to the delight of all my Pittsburgh fans surrounding me. On Jen's side, we have 35 points for Deshaun Watson. That guy is an awesome quarterback. It's too bad the rest of his team wasn't as good that day, it looks like, with the loss. Or excuse me, he won. Take that back. Who else did well on our team? Aaron Jones, nice 15. 14 for the old man Larry Fitzgerald. Not enough to take down punishment due. Congrats, Todd, on the win. Let's look at the standings. Kev, tell us who's where.
He needed it. Okay, up first, we've got Brockway alone at the top. Cat, the Wild Poopers, still undefeated, 3-0. She is 2 games out front of a 2-way tie for second. The Stonecutters at 1-2, and the Shit Show at 1-2. You, sir, are tied for last. You're also tied for second. Ogdenville, same situation, although pulling away. Malibu Stacy's at 3-0. Punishment Due squeaks out his first win of the season at 1-2, and the Lacey Stratus at 0-3. So she's looking very good in that division, but again, way too early to tell anything. North Haverbrook. Wowzers. Wowzers. We have a 3-way tie for first and last.
I love it.
Every single team has a losing record, including yours truly. We all are at 1-2. Jason, Kevin Clemens, and myself, all at 1-2, tied for first and last.
And I'd like to remind everybody that this was the division Jason said, oh, this is a cakewalk. I got this. Do you? I don't think so. Next up.
And then finally, Springfield. We got the Braille Bombers, 1 game out in front, still undefeated there, 3-0. Space Herpes pulling to second place by himself at 2-1. And poor Terry, the gentleman for Quarterlies, at 1-2. But on the plus side, you're 1 game out of second place.
Exactly. It's still really early in the season, we got a long ways to go, but it's always fun to watch everybody move. On the pickup board, not a whole lot of action, but look at Dickey overspending by $21 again. Yes, I thought someone might bid against him. Apparently nobody has any faith in Darrell Williams after that 1-game performance, except this guy. So smart move. Wayne Gallman, that was another one that I was looking at, but so nice job with Greg. Looks like Mag Daddy made some moves to grab the Jaguars. He got that over the Cornholios.
Yeah.
Mama grabs Tyler Eifert. And my cast-off, who did nothing until this last week, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, was grabbed by Greg. So awesome. I love, I keep telling myself, wait till week 4 to make any real moves. Wait till week 4. No, I can't stop. I'm like a drug addict. I need to make the moves quickly. Killing myself.
Well, the happy medium is somewhere between you and I think. So
yeah, Mr. Nothing and then everything on this side. So all right, let's get to next week. Let's keep this trainer rolling so we don't lose as many viewers as we have been.
Okay. In a rematch of week 1, we've got Mac B or Daddy going against Camp Krusty. This is a division game, and it decides the position in that division. It's got me up, I think, on here. I don't know what it is on here. Oh,
it does. It's got 130 to 113.
Okay, but
he has a kicker that's empty, so yours might be more updated.
It is. He's got 132. I'm projected 131. So
okay.
It's gonna be a close one.
Yeah. Oh, and his Niners defense, he had to move out because they don't play this week.
Yeah, he's got it ready.
So right. So he's obviously adjusted that. Should be a good game. Carson Wentz, let's see what he can do against Green Bay. That's going to be at Green Bay. That's a tough sled there. Marlon Mack against Oakland. That should be a feast for him. Let's see the rest of them. Emmanuel Sanders against Jacksonville. That should be interesting. Greg Olsen at Houston. A good game there. Austin Hooper against Tennessee. Tennessee looks like I'm there on the mess. That should be good. And let's hope Washington gets right against the Giants. On your side, you're still going with Derek Carr against Indianapolis. That might be a little tougher in Indy.
I got to see what's going on with Cam.
Okay. Christian McCaffrey against Houston. Hey, he did great last week. And if Cam doesn't play, who knows? Maybe he'll have another good week. Or if Cam does play, it's like total roll the dice for Christian McCaffrey at this point because he's been up and down for you. Devontae Freeman seems to have found his sledding, so I think he'll be good for you. Will Fuller, he's like rolling the dice. You're either going to have a great day with him or nothing. Mark Andrews should have a big day against Cleveland.
I saw that game. Even though he didn't do great last week, he looks at him constantly. Those two tight ends, all he's throwing to.
Yep. And Mike Williams against Miami. Well, we don't see anything about Miami. They are horrible, so that should be a big day for you there. Next matchup.
Hey, I don't know if these slides have always looked like this, but these look very good.
I changed up. I grabbed the top part that's a little better to see.
it
So it
looks
made it
better.
a little smaller, but I think it looks better on the screen. So
It looks better.
I agree.
It looks
I agree.
better.
All right.
Okay. Next up, we've got a very close one. The Braille Bombers going against the Great Cornholio in a non-division game here, but it's got them at a virtual tie, although the Braille Bombers have a spot open, 126.7 to 126.5.
Okay, so let's see. Mama's got Russell Wilson, Arizona. Arizona's got a horrible defense right now, so that should be a big day for him. David Johnson against Seattle. He did well last week. Let's see what he does this week. Philip Lindsay, I don't expect the same kind of performance, but at least he did well, so maybe he's found the right way. Calvin really should have a good day against Tennessee. For J-Bones, we got Aaron Rodgers at Philly. That should be good again because it's at Green Bay. Sonny Michel against Buffalo. It's kind of another hit or miss, man. New England running backs.
The Bills are doing okay on defense.
They are, but it's New England, right? And New England is pretty dang good at scheming.
They lost a wide receiver since we talked last.
Yep, you see Odell Beckham against Baltimore. That should be interesting because it's at Baltimore. He might get shut down there. But Julio Jones at Tennessee, that should be another big day. Vance McDonald, arm in a sling this week. Let's see if he even plays this week. Who knows? And Julian Edelman should have another good day because he's always the underneath guy. So should be a good matchup, real tight one. I don't know who it's going to go down to, but it should be fun watching.
Okay, next up, we've got Space Herpes going against the Gentleman Four Quarterlies. Again, this one calling it a virtual tie as well. Space Herpes at 2-1. Terry could use a win here.
Yes. This one could change everything because it could make them both 2-2 if she wins, right? So
yeah.
big week for both of them. Kyler Murray going against Seattle. Kyler Murray's been exciting, but not great because his line is like just porous as hell. Joe Mixon against Pittsburgh. Let's hope Pittsburgh's defense can stand up and shut him down. Michael Thomas against Dallas. That's going to be a great game. New Orleans at Dallas is going to be fun because, again, it's New Orleans minus Drew Brees against Dallas. So let's see what that looks like. Zach Ertz against Green Bay. Let's see if he can get his groove on. John Ross, good last week, but he fumbled one. I know that. Patriots at Buffalo. Not quite the cakewalk like you said, so let's see how Josh Allen can fare against him. Now, Tom Brady at Buffalo should be good. James Conner, God, that fumble killed us. Against Cincinnati, let's hope he gets right there. Chris Carson against Arizona, they have been loving him in Seattle. He should have a good day. And the Chargers against Miami, again, every time you play Miami, you're guaranteed a pretty good game, so the Chargers can pitch a shutout and have another 40 points just like they did against you. Not that it was a Chargers, but it just meant any defense against Miami. So, good luck to both of them. Next up, this is going to be a good one.
Next up, we've got what might be a rematch of week 1. I can't remember.
Might be.
Yeah, but we've got the Wild Poopers still riding high at 3-0, going against the Stonecutters with a losing record of 1-2, who desperately needs a win, but going against the Powerhouse. The latest, again, basically a virtual tie. It's got you at 145.4, and then she's at 146. So something happened.
It's because ESPN is stupid. I move somebody out that's projected somewhere else for a lot.
ESPN is stupid.
And they don't like him at all. But I may change that. We'll see. So anyway, let's just see where it all flushes out. I reek of desperation for sure. I'm hoping Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce can get some big points again with Mecole Hardman. Let's see if my 3 Kansas City guys can get it done here. On the other side, I'm going against Matt Ryan against Tennessee. That's not good. Zeke against New Orleans. That's not good. Dalvin Cook. God, she's got 2 great running backs. She has Cook and Zeke. No wonder she's 3-0. She's a powerhouse. I'm going to have a bad day for one of those guys. And Bears at Minnesota. Let's hope Minnesota cannot embarrass themselves like Washington did against the Bears. Next up, we got a new one.
We've got the Shit Show going against the Malibu Stacy's. Let's see. Updated here. Again, man, these games are close. According to right now, 139 to 142.5. Oh, okay. It's the same as this one.
Okay. Yeah, this should be a good one. Lamar Jackson should have a huge day at Cleveland. He's been playing lights out. It's fun to watch him. Nick Chubb has not emerged yet as the guy that we thought he was going to be. Mark Ingram, 3 touchdowns. I can see that happening against Cleveland. So this could be a tough day for Don. On the other hand, Alvin Kamara going against Dallas. Will he get? They're going to key in to try to stop him, I'm sure. Excuse me. So we'll see if what Dallas' defense can do. Keenan Allen at Miami. Ooh, I feel sorry for Miami and for Greg. If he did that against the other team, he's going to kill him in Miami. David Montgomery in Minnesota, that should be a little bit tougher than the Redskins. Let's see how it all goes. And then Frank Gore, old man in the sea, with the other guy with Singletary injured. If Gore gets to start again against New England, he's always been good on the ground, so that might help her to the win.
Next up, we've got in
division game
the strangest scheduling of all time. We have a rematch of this week. He immediately gets a shot at retribution.
Snap.
Going back up against the Punishment Due. Both teams with losing records, 0-3. Punishment Due is 1-2. This is going to be interesting. Something's going on with these lineups because it's got poor Todd way down on mine, 140. Oh, yeah, same as yours. 140.9 to 123.9. Yet to play is 10 for both. So they got full lineups. They don't like.
They like the matchups, I think, with Lisi Strauss, and it's interesting because there are a lot of soft opponents, that they're going to be playing, so they like those matchups. And I'm pretty sure that. No, I take it back. Deshaun should have another big day, but the funny thing is he's going to be thrown to who? Todd's guy, DeAndre Hopkins. So that should be interesting. Juju should have a good day, but they seem to give the advantage to a lot of her players. Gurley had a really good week last week where he wasn't. He didn't have to share the ball a whole lot, points-wise at least. So Aaron Jones had a nice day. It'll be interesting. It's great to see them rematch again. We'll have to ask Jason about this scheduling thing. I know he says some of it's automatic or whatever, but maybe we can have him tweak it for next year so that we're not playing the same people 2 weeks in a row. That seems to be kind of wonky. But, hey, fun for them because now it's a chance to get back. And, again, and either you go double up on them or you even it out. So either outcome is going to be fun and some sort of tumultuous thing.
Yeah, they must like the matchups because it's got projected Lisi Stratus, Jen doing 141, and then Dawn after 190 has her at 142. So
ESPN, they're suspect when it comes to their scoring. So let's get to the last slide. And I put this on here just because Terry was nice enough to suggest this. She's going to host a Monday Night Football game on the 18th of November. Mark your calendar. I believe it's Chiefs-Chargers, so that should be a fun one over at her spot. Jason is going to pick the date for our Sunday outing, so once he lets us know, I will put that up on our thing.
Okay.
But for everybody else that watches this, it's 11:18. Now, since we don't have the number of viewers as the number of participants in this game, I will have to send that out too. But just to let everybody know, we'll go ahead and send that out. So that'll be coming to a theater near you, and we'll let you know when that's going to happen. So any final thoughts, questions, updates from Casa de Kevin in Idaho?
No. Are we side by side now?
Yes, we are side by side.
Cool. Am I looking at you?
Your light looks really good. I'm going to throw a little light on me. Let's see what this looks like.
Yeah, because you sit in a dungeon.
How's that better?
Still I guess like now it looks like you're being, questioned in a police.
Were you there, Mr. Dickey, on that night? Oh God, that light is really.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Okay, that better?
Yeah. Wait. Just put
we'll
some.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at mine.
I know. Lots of light, and there's Daddy in the dark. So, what you got?
Am I looking at you?
No, wrong way.
Oh, so Matt, are we gonna do a Halloween episode this year?
Oh God, I friggin' hate those. I hate it because we have to come up with some stupid outfit, and it never looks as good as it's supposed to. It is fun. Maybe we'll come up with it. Maybe we'll still say, I don't. Do you have an idea for?
I don't. We could talk about it offline, but I will tell you, I was looking at all of our past videos, and all the Halloween ones are up there, and they are hilarious. So.
Yes, they are. Some of the ones are the greatest. Where you were Jules, that might be my favorite. That was the absolute best. That's why you'll never get elected in Idaho. You might in Virginia, where that guy still is has still never stepped down, but not in Idaho. Oh, who knows? With your Idaho peeps, they may be happy about it.
Yeah, you never know. All right.
All right, man. So for Kevin Heath, this is Matt Dickey signing off. Kev, take us home.
Stay classy, Bonestorm.